So far we've looked at classes and objects, and we've seen that a class is a general type of thing, which in this case we're looking at baddies in particular, so a class is a general baddie, and then an object is a particular example or instance of that thing. So in this case we had Ganon was our particular baddie that we created. And we've created a general class much like we do a function, and we've created an object there much like we do a variable. Okay, so a couple of new bits of terminology that you're going to need to be aware of. The first one is properties. So properties are exactly the same as variables, but they just have a special name when they're within a class. So a class has properties, which is a particular type of variable. So we define them in exactly the same way as we do normal variables. So we might have evilness, for example. So all our baddies might have varying types of evilness, but the kind of default level of evilness might be, say, 10. So we can set the evilness of a baddie to be equal to 10. Now we do have to add something to that, which makes it a little bit different to normally defining a variable in PHP, and that is we need to define the scope of this property. So for now, we're just going to call it public. I go into this in greater detail in one of the future videos, so don't worry too much about it now. Essentially, it means that if it's public, it can be accessed from outside the class, and that's what we're going to do now. So we've defined a public property called evilness, and we've set it equal to 10. So let's just save that and have a look. So great, so you can see that the property is in there. The PHP compiler knows it's there and knows that it's an integer and it's been set to a value of 10. How do we actually get that value out in our code if we want it? Well, again, it's fairly straightforward. Let's just get rid of our variable dump and change it slightly to say echo Ganon. And we use this symbol, which forms a kind of arrow. It's a dash and then a greater than sign. And the property that we want is evilness. So let's find out the level of evilness that Ganon has. It's 10. So very simply, a property is a variable which exists within a class, and if it's set to be a public property, then we can access it from outside that class for a particular object just by using this arrow. So the dash and the greater than sign, just like that. So try that out for yourself, and then we'll look at methods in the next video.